Claire's inner struggle and the high price she pays on the young and the restless. Claire, a complex and conflicted character, made the audience's heart pound when she carried out a dark plan to kill her aunt, Jordan. This decision not only changed the story but also exposed the dark corners of Claire's psychology, a character who was once loved for her innocence and desire to be loved. Claire's transformation. Initially, Claire was a victim of her circumstances. She grew up resentful of the Newman family, a powerful but also infamous family, for what Jordan had instilled in her. Jordan, who had been a terrorist to the Newman family, not only nurtured Claire's hatred but also used her to carry out his sinister revenge plots. However, when Claire discovered the truth that the Newman family had always loved her, and that Jordan had kidnapped her since she was a child, a great change took place in her heart. From being an accomplice, Claire turns her back on Jordan and chooses the Newman family, whom she once hated. The moment she accepts her new family is a touching turning point, but also one that is fraught with insecurity. Claire could easily switch sides, suggesting a psychological instability and a possible slide into villainy. Crisis and conflict with Victoria and Nikki. After Jordan escapes from prison with the intention of revenge, Claire is consumed by fear. To her, Jordan's presence is an inescapable threat. She believes that the Newman family, especially Nikki's grandmother and Victoria's mother, will never be safe as long as Jordan is alive. Claire's confrontation with Victoria and Nikki not only reflects the family tension but also highlights Claire's obsession with revenge. Nikki and Victoria try to convince her that violence is not the answer, but Claire, with coldness and determination, rejects all of their arguments. In Claire's mind, there is only one way to end the chain of hatred: kill Jordan. Dark planned with determination, Claire plans to kill Jordan in a sophisticated way. She lures Jordan to a storage room, a discreet and unsuspecting location. Here, Claire has prepared a pot of poisoned tea, a cold but effective choice to carry out her goal. Claire's choice of this method shows a cold-blooded calculation, far from the image of a girl who has been hurt and longs for love. This is the action of a deeply hurt person, someone who has lost faith in the legal system when Jordan escaped from prison easily. In Claire's mind, she is not only avenging herself but also protecting her new family. The line between hero and villain. Claire's actions make the audience ask the question: is she really a hero protecting her family, or has she become a terrifying villain? Jordan is certainly not a sympathetic character. Her crimes against the Newman family are undeniable. However, Claire's choice to take justice into her own hands has put her in a dangerous situation where she could lose herself. Some fans are worried about Harrison, a young and innocent character. Is Claire, with her bloodlust and determination for revenge, the right role model to guide Harrison? Claire herself was led astray by Jordan, and now she risks repeating the same mistake Jordan made. Whether Claire's plan succeeds or not, one thing is clear: she will pay a heavy price for her actions. If Jordan is indeed killed, Claire will not only face the law but also her own conscience. Can she live peacefully with the blood of a loved one on her hands? Claire's actions will cause the Newman family another great shock. Nikki and Victoria, while understanding her motives, certainly won't forgive her for choosing the path of violence. The family, already traumatized, could be torn apart once again because of what Claire has done. Claire is a tragic character, both victim and perpetrator in her own story. Her decision to kill Jordan not only reflects her terrifying transformation, but also raises big questions about forgiveness, justice, and the thin line between good and evil. The Young and the Restless is not just a show about family intrigue, but also a mirror of the human psyche, where trauma and choices can either push a person to the brink or lead them to salvation. Claire, with all her decisions and consequences, is the clearest example of that. YNR spoilers reveal that Claire, a woman with a beautiful appearance and a glamorous lifestyle, has revealed her true colors when she carries out a dark plan to kill her aunt, Jordan. This is a shocking event not only for the Newman family but also for those who follow their lives in Genoa City. Claire's crime not only puts her in a cycle of punishment but also makes people question her morality and values as a role model for Harrison, who is increasingly realizing her true self. It all started when Jordan, who has been terrorizing the Newman family for years, escaped from prison. Jordan, with his vengeful nature and thirst for revenge, has left the entire Newman family in endless fear. Claire, who once seemed strong and willing to do anything to protect her family, made a cold decision: Jordan must die. In a heated argument with her grandmother Nikki and mother, Victoria Newman, Claire states firmly, "As long as Jordan is alive, we will never be safe." While Claire's words come from a place of real fear, her proposal to kill Jordan raises questions about how justice should be served. Claire chooses not to trust the legal system or attempt to capture Jordan again. Instead, she turns herself into the judge and executioner, an act that shows a bloodlust and coldness never seen before in her. Harrison, an innocent and loving boy, has no idea that the person he once respected is the one behind Jordan's death. However, the truth cannot remain hidden forever. Once the secret is exposed, how will Harrison view Claire? Children often look to the adults in their family as a mirror of moral values. To Harrison, Claire was a model of strength and independence. But when he learns that she was the one who murdered Jordan, her image will collapse completely. Harrison may feel betrayed, scared, and even consider Claire a creepy, untrustworthy person. This is the greatest tragedy Claire has to face, losing the admiration and affection of Harrison, the person she has always tried to protect in her own way. Claire, hero or villain? Claire's proactive plan to kill Jordan has divided many the young and the restless fans. Some believe that her actions were necessary in the context of Jordan continuing to threaten the safety of the Newman family. However, the majority feel disappointed by this negative change in Claire. Claire used to be a strong and intelligent woman, but now, she is dominated by fear and bloodlust. She chooses to cross the moral line to solve the problem, making people wonder if Claire is still the person they once loved. This question becomes especially important when placed in the context of Harrison growing up, needing an aunt to teach and guide his morals. Is Claire a suitable role model for Harrison, who is willing to kill to achieve her goals? Jordan, victim or villain? Although Jordan is the source of many tragedies, the question is whether she deserves to be killed. Jordan is a villain, but her actions stem from pain and hurt. She haunts the Newman family, believing that they have taken everything from her. However, no matter how blameworthy Jordan is, Claire's decision to kill her instead of letting the law punish her changes Claire. Claire's revenge not only distorts the meaning of justice, but also pushes her down a dark path, where she may become the next Jordan. The consequences of Claire's crime will not go unpunished. The truth about Jordan's death will surely come to light soon, and when it does, Claire will have to face the consequences of her actions. This will not only damage her reputation but also throw the Newman family into turmoil once again. Will Nikki and Victoria forgive Claire when they discover that she broke all moral codes to protect her family? Will Harrison be able to overcome the disappointment of knowing that the person he once admired did such a terrible thing? These questions will not only keep viewers in suspense, but also open up dramatic storylines in the future. Claire Newman, a woman once considered a symbol of strength, is now facing a dark journey filled with pain and loss. The crime she committed to protect her family will leave an indelible mark on the minds of her loved ones and herself. The Young and the Restless continues to captivate audiences not only with its dramatic plot but also through the way it explores the complex depths of its characters' psychology. Claire Newman, a complex character on The Young and the Restless, is becoming the center of controversy as her recent actions have left fans both heartbroken and horrified. Although she was once a charming woman, her sudden transformation from victim to cold-blooded killer has left both the Newman family and the audience stunned. A twisted past and betrayal. Claire once had a special relationship with Jordan, her aunt who raised her. Under Jordan's influence, Claire grew up with hatred for the Newman family. Jordan, with his cruel and scheming nature, not only spread hatred but also took advantage of Claire to carry out his cruel revenge plans. The two were once a perfect couple in their plots against the Newman family, causing many storms for them. But then, the truth was revealed: Jordan was the one who kidnapped Claire when she was a child. The Newman family, whom Claire had always hated, were actually her biological family. This discovery completely changed Claire's thinking. She realized that the love and welcome from the Newman family was genuine. It seemed like a new beginning for Claire, but her complicated past and nature were not easy to let go. From victim to cold-blooded killer, Claire's sudden transformation from a manipulated victim to a cold-blooded killer shocked fans. When Jordan escaped from prison and continued to threaten the Newman family, Claire decided that the only way to end things was to eliminate Jordan. Although Victoria and Nikki tried to convince Claire to believe in the law, Claire was not swayed. She devised an elaborate plan to lure Jordan to a storage room, where she prepared a cup of poisoned tea. But even in that moment, Claire was hesitant. She tries to stop Jordan from drinking the tea, but not because she has a change of heart or feels remorse, she just wants to get information about Sharon, who is missing. In the end, Claire lets Jordan drink the poisoned tea. Instead of calling an ambulance or the police to save her aunt, Claire just watches Jordan die. She even holds Jordan's hand in her final moments, an act that is both cold and haunting. This action not only shows Claire's determination but also shows that she has completely gone down the path of a villain. Is Claire still worthy of Harrison? One of the biggest questions that the Young and the Restless fans have asked is whether Claire, after all she has done, deserves to be with Harrison, Kyle's son. Harrison was once cared for by Claire as a babysitter, and he had deep feelings for her. But now that Claire has become a murderer, is it really safe for her to continue to be a presence in Harrison's life? Harrison's father, Kyle, has a right to know about Claire's actions. How will he react when he learns that the woman his son once trusted and loved is a cold-blooded killer? Claire not only poses a moral dilemma for Harrison, but she could become a real danger. Claire, victim or villain? Claire's story is a tragic and complex one. She was once a victim of manipulation and kidnapping, but eventually became a killer to protect her newly found family. Some fans sympathize with Claire because she only wanted to protect the Newman family from the threat of Jordan. However, her cold-blooded murder severely damages Claire's image. Claire's transformation also raises the question of whether she will ever truly escape Jordan's shadow. Even as Claire turns her back on Jordan, she continues to use the cruel and unethical methods her aunt taught her. This makes one wonder, is Claire really part of the Newman family, or is she just another version of Jordan? Claire's crimes will certainly have lasting consequences. Once the truth about Jordan's death is revealed, Claire will not only face judgment from the Newman family, but also from society. How will Harrison, the innocent boy who once looked up to Claire as a trustworthy aunt, feel when he learns the truth? Kyle, the responsible father, will certainly not be left alone when he learns that the person who once cared for his son is a murderer. This could lead to a new series of conflicts and confrontations within the Newman family. Claire Newman's story on The Young and the Restless is a reminder that the line between good and evil can sometimes be very thin. She was once a victim, but her recent actions have turned her into the person she once hated. Fans of The Young and the Restless have every right to wonder, what consequences will Claire face for her crimes? And will she find redemption, or will she continue down a dark path?